Hello and welcome to a new video. In today's video, you're going to take a look at the new Thievul in the Skull Cup. This Pokemon is available here. It is going to be an interesting Pokemon, and I'm a bit sorry because this video could have been out 1.5 hours ago, but I completely forgot that this event existed. I had absolutely no idea that this event existed, and yeah, just found out from my girlfriend on the sofa. She opened the game and was like, oh, what is this new Pokemon? Yeah, was this new Nickit. It wasn't nearby, so I had to go out as well still to get it, of course. But it's actually quite common. I would say it's quite common. The event itself looked also really cool. In the 5 minutes I was outside to get the Nickit, I actually caught 2 shiny Pokemon. I had a lot of cool spawns around me, so maybe something to look into as well. But anyway, today we're going to take a look at this Pokemon. This Pokemon is quite unique in one sense, because it only has 2 moves. Like, it only has 2 charge moves with Night Slash as well as Play Rough. To be fair, could be worse by far, because Night Slash is an amazing move, and Play Rough gives you great coverage, especially as a Dark-type Pokemon, as you're going to be able to beat other Dark-type Pokemon, if you're going to be able to beat Fighting-type Pokemon, and trust me, this is going to come and play here today. Anyway, otherwise, I would of course appreciate if you could leave a like on this video. It would really support me, and we gonna take a look at Thievul getting just destroyed in the first battle. I'm sorry, they're going to be good battles with this Pokemon. It's not all going to be like this. But you know what's going to be like this? The body slam against the opponent's Annihilate here, which is going to allow us to win the battle. And to be fair, spoiler alert, actually Thievul was really solid. Like, this team worked out really well for me. Partly, I think, was also though because I had a great lead. There were a lot of games here, by the way, today that, yeah, we won quite fast. But there were a lot of games today where I could have most likely won, but I just didn't play well. That is mainly my takeaway from that. And again, by the way, I played Skull Cup here again. I didn't have lag at all. Like, nothing really was lagging at all. Like, this game was totally fine. I don't know what was wrong with Ultra League last week. Hopefully that Master League going to be a bit better. Made a Master League video yesterday. Then we go into everybody's sub box most likely as well. Going to be linked down below, like at the end card. We're going to most likely make another Master League video later on. But yeah, definitely stay tuned for this. But also, here again, this Pokemon, Thievul, honestly is a cool Pokemon, and I actually would recommend you to maybe try to get it. Try to get a good one. It is really not that bad. Let me take a look real quick on the site on what Thievul's stats are looking like. It's actually solid. 1,884 overall rating is like not overpowered, but it's not squishy, like not that squishy as well. Snarl, Quick Attack are both okay fast moves, and then we have Night Slash and Play Rough, which is totally solid. Here we sadly lost. I encountered 2 times the same team back to back with like Mantine, the Annihilate, and whatever the other Pokemon was in the last one. I have no idea. It was back to back. But yeah, I don't know why I had this team, which completely hardwalls me there. But let's take a look at the next opponent here. We're going to see actually Chestnut, which is a Pokemon that I don't really expect too much here in this meta. But maybe I should take a look at this one as well again. Do you want to see some more Skull Cup battles? I might make another poll again in which kind of meta you're more interested in currently. Trust me, next week going to be a little bit better. Next week we're going to have the Open Great League back again. And I think afterwards we're going to have like the Spring Cup, which is going to be very interesting. So definitely stay tuned for that. But for all players going to be able to knock out the opponent's Chestnut, and we can move on to the next opponent where we're going to, or like the next Pokemon here, we're going to see the Morpeko. I'm going to try to get them kind of low. The thing is here that Night Slash also would allow us to get, mostly a KO here, and we're going to get there quite fast. They swap onto the Manabus, and now we see the strength of the Thievul. This Pokemon has access to Play Rough, which is going to be super effective against Dark-type Pokemon. Play Rough is coming through, Play Rough is going to hit, Play Rough is going to do half of the health of the Manabus, and that is absolutely amazing, because what we can do now is we're gonna be able to go ahead and go for a hard-hitting Play Rough again, and we still survive with our Thievul, which is really good here. I had actually for one battle Quick Attack on as well, which you're gonna see here today as well. And here we are quite lucky that we're gonna get that free fast move in against the opponent's Morpeko, which is going to get the KO, because they had 2 moves stored already, and as we see here, they had a Seed Bump, and Seed Bump is definitely not the move that I want to face here. But yeah, Body Slam coming through, we're going to be able to move on now to the next opponent. Is it the same team? Mantine, something else in the back. Let's see, they usually stayed in here, went for 1 charge move, then swapped out. They're like, what did they have in the back? Toxapex or something? I'm not too sure. They had the Gas on the back. I think it's the same team again. I don't know who created this team to make it that popular, but I battled this team, I think, back to back in the video. Of course, like here, the battles are randomized. Like, they're never in the actual order that I did them. But yeah, this was a team that was definitely quite annoying, but let's see here if it's actually going to be the team. There's definitely one time where I had the exact same team, but maybe they have something different in the back here than the Annihilate. We have to see. I'm going to have to let the move go through. Here's the thing, there is nothing that I can really do to play out of this matchup, by the way. I don't think there's a way of winning this one. And yes, they have the Annihilate in the back again. Like, I think one was Shadow, one wasn't, but like, what are the chances? We try to go for another player off again. Sadly, it doesn't land. The opponent goes for a full farm down here. Well played. Let's move on to the next one. And that's the thing for sure. I had a really good lead luck with this team, especially in the beginning. For like my first set, I basically only won the lead with the Gastrodon, which of course helps quite a bit, I have to say. Like, definitely helps quite a bit. We are going to see here the Rage is coming through from the opponent. We're going to be able to just use a shield and fully farm them down, which is going to be lovely. This is going to allow us to get some nice energy still for the poison type that's still lurking in the back. So we're going to be able to go for some nice foul play spam, which is going to be great against the Toxapex. And we should be even able to go for 3 foul plays here, which is going to get the opponent into a range where we are, yeah, hopefully they're going to be able to farm them down or just stock them out straight away. As we'll see, they're going to try to go for the full farm number. We can just still go for the foul play spam. We can go for another one afterwards. And if this is going to be enough, that's going to be really good for us. They're very likely going to try to go for the full farm down. So I want to try to snipe them. I can snipe them here with the Gastrodon. And this is perfect because now there's a Chestnut in the back. That is not perfect. Can we still deal with the Chestnut here? Sure, and most likely for the Water Pulse because I don't reach the move here in time. But that is okay. We're gonna go for the Thievul here. Thievul is going to be, of course, the Pokemon that has access to a Fairy type move, but I actually have to call that this is the bait. It's a Frenzy Plant, and I thought that is the bait. That is good for me, right? Not really. It's Thunder Punch that they have. I really needed them to have Superpower, which would have allowed us to get the defense drop onto them, which would have maybe made the Night Session more interesting. But also, well, it takes the same amount of energy actually, so they would have got to this move here in time as well, but they would have been double debuffed, which maybe would have made the matchup a bit better for the Sableye, but luckily for them, they're going to be in a very good position there without the superpower. Next up, great lead, great save swap. We're going to have now Sableye against our Nickit, or the Thievul, and that is usually a good matchup, unless they bait me twice. They baited me once here already. Do they bait me twice? Is the question. We don't get the boost here. We got the boost once where it really didn't matter in those battles, by the way, but I don't know where it really was, but like we never really was lucky with the boost as well for this one. But eventually, by the way, you only need 2 fast moves for the Thievul to go to the Night Session, which is really cool. Here, we still need 3, but I think for the next one, you only need 2 fast moves, which is really, really nice. We will see the shield coming up. I'm going to be able to let the move go through here. It's going to be sadly though the Dazzling Gleam, and so we lost switch advantage. But I don't think it is always a bad thing because we still have 2 good answers against what they have in the bag. And as you all see here, it's going to be the Malamar. We are by the way running Water Pulse on our Gastrodon for a very good reason. I don't have charge TMs. Earth Power is better. Like, don't go for Water Pulse. Like, for the people who are wondering, don't go for Water Pulse. I have 3 charge TMs currently. And there are a lot of Pokemon I want to build still, especially for the Master League. So, yeah, I don't think that is going to work out that nicely for me. But yeah, anyway, we're going to be able to go ahead and I'll let the move go through here from the opponent. That is going to be fine. Let's see on how this is going to go. We're going to be able to go for another foul play. And I think it's looking really solid for us. This is going to allow us to get the KO. And they're going to still have the Malamar. They have to go for a charge move basically straight away. And this means that we are going to be able to just go into our Gastrodon. You need to go for 1 body slam and knock them out. And that's going to be it for this one. We can move on to the next battle. This is going to be here Gallade against us. This is the first battle that I did, and yeah, I was just still moving around the house. I could have definitely played this one a little bit better. Yeah, this was where I just came back, got the Pokemon. And I feel like there were a lot of potentials here for this team, like for this battle to go a bit better for me. But let's take a look at this one before we just talk any nonsense there as well. You're going to see here the foul play coming in against the opponent. They let the move go through, all fine. We're going to use a shield, and I think in hindsight, I should be kind of fine here as well now, just to go for the full farm down. I should have maybe been better actually to go into my other Pokemon, into my Thievul against the Lapras, but I'm not too sure. Like, both of them are actually kind of okay, so I'm not too sure. But yeah, we will see here, Spagna area coming through. We're going to have the Gastly coming in, and we can go for the Dazzling Gleam, which is great. And this is the, as we said as well, the first battle where we see as well, I still have Quick Attack here on the Thievul. Quick Attack is, generally speaking, I think the better move to go for. But in the context of, yeah, just trying to play here, yeah, it's just better because like Quick Attack has a lot of targets which cannot hit because of the yeah, ghost types as well, sometimes around like the Sableye, but also just the energy generation is a little bit more important here because you need to go for the player of players, is kind of what makes you unique. We see the Galate. I know that they're gonna get to the move here, so I'll try to swap out. They swap out at the same time. Unfortunate, but well played by the opponent. I know that after 6 fast moves, they're going to have their Leaf Blade, and so, yeah, well played by them. Good game there. We can move on to the next one. Next up, great lead, great Say-Swap. Annihilate here, I decided to swap out straight basically into my Sableye. I don't have to do that. I could stay in for a little bit and just try to get a bit of damage onto them first. But I decided to do that, and I decided to go for a foul play now. Do they want to use a shield? Oh, no, they don't. And so we're going to be able to still have alignment. We are going to be able to go for foul play against the opponent's Toxapex. And we are going to look kind of solid here, as this is going to allow us to get some nice damage onto them. And as we don't have the Earth Power, I always kind of appreciate some damage onto Toxapex, as we cannot really have that one shot that we usually would have. And so they're definitely now in Fountain range. They go into the Cracks there, and because I kind of want to keep the alignment forever, I kind of decide they're going to be able to just fully farm us down. We're going to go for the Night Slash here. Night Slash is going to allow us to get the shield from the opponent. And as we will see here as well, we're going to try our best to just go for more and more Night Slashes. We just want to get some damage onto them. I don't really care too much about the shield. I don't care too much about my Thievul in general. I just want to go ahead and get as much damage as possible, because then we can mud slap them down. And that's exactly what we want to do here. Stone it. Oh, kill me. I don't really care too much about this one. Really doesn't matter. I can just use my shields here and I should be fine. The Toxapex is a really bad Pokemon in terms of the damage output against the Gastrodon. And so I do think that this is going to be definitely something that we are just going to be able to win here by using the shields. As what do they want to do here? They don't even have really any health left, and so that is kind of a clear game here. That's going to be a clear victory. We can go for another body slam here. That's totally fine. This is going to allow us to get the KO or the shield. We get the KO, and we can now move on to the second to last battle. So this is going to be here Annihilate against us. It's going to be a matchup where we're going to have to go for the Water Pulse for sure. So let's see on how this is gonna go. We have here this as a lead, and I actually kind of want to just play it out, get the shield advantage, and then swap out later on, because even if you get the shield advantage, eventually we're gonna be able to get mostly all shields from the opponent, and then they're already gonna be in like the range for a Night Slash from the Thievul, which is also going to be great. As you will see here, you're going to be able to go for a Dazzling Beam against the Morpeko. They're going to use a shield, and that's actually really well played by them. But what we can do is, we can use a shield as well, and I'm just going to overfarm by a bit. I know that they're going to try to see Impeta here or get to the move as soon as possible. Let's see, they're trying to go there as soon as possible. And now I can go at least for 3 extra fast moves. That is the safest play to go for. If I knew exactly how much energy they had, but I didn't really count here, I would have been able to go maybe even for 4. But yeah, Dazzling Beam is coming through, get the KO, in comes Mantine, and this is looking really good for us, as we can go for the foul play spam again. This is going to work out quite well for the Sableye, getting some solid damage. We can go for another foul play afterwards. This is going to allow us to get some more damage. And they are now in range for Thievul, but Thievul is going to have to go up against the Annihilate. We lose the CMP. Usually it's Ice Punch, so it's not going to be too threatening. I said usually. Today it's going to be the close combat, and now it depends, do we win the CMP tie against the Mantine? Turns out we do, and that is going to be it for this game. We're going to win this battle, and we can move on to the final one for today. Yeah, Thievul, definitely going to be an interesting one here. I actually want to see real quick on the side what the event is about, because I have no idea about the event. I know it is going to be like the Deep Death event there, where we're going to have also, what's the other, the fish Pokemon. I actually got this one as a shiny already, like the other Clauncher. They got this as a shiny, increased chance of hatching and encountering shiny Clauncher. I got the shiny already, just 5 minutes in the event, so I guess it's kind of nice. You have 1/2 hatch distance, which is cool. You have Nicked debut, of course. You have some very nice spawns, especially Frillish for PvP, which is really, really cool. Yeah, Nicked is not very rare currently. You have 7 Kilometrics with Corsola, which is really nice as well. So a lot of things that you can do here. Interesting tasks as well, but nothing too crazy. We have some research as well. And by the way, I got the research ticket gifted towards it. Thanks so much for the player that gifted it to me. Didn't really see who it was, but thanks so much for this one. I don't really buy those tickets anymore, but I really appreciate, of course, when you support me like this. You don't have to ever do anything like this. I didn't really ask for donations or anything like this. The only thing I asked for is if you could leave a like on the video and subscribe, which is free for you guys, because I would feel bad. Honestly, I just would feel a little bit bad to like ask for stuff like this. But yeah, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. This can be it for this video. See you then. Bye-bye.